It's Froggy here. My 2002 Suburban doesn't blow any cold air anymore. Air conditioning is not working anymore. I suspect the refrigerant is probably low. It happened once a few years ago, and I topped it off with a can of R134. And this time I've got a AC air conditioning manifold that I'm going to demonstrate a little bit more specifics on how you should check out the pressure charged on your air conditioning if you suspect that's why you're not getting any cold air. And I would suggest that's the first thing you want to check. Well, maybe you want to check the belt and make sure the belt is still spinning the AC compressor around. Other than checking the belt, I would go with the pressures of the refrigerant. So, here we go. So, here's your, well, let me tell you a little bit about connecting this. Blue is the low pressure side, red is the high pressure side. The connections, the hoses are colored, so you can't really make anything wrong there. The connections on the AC on the car are different sizes, so you can't really mess that up either. Make sure all these are tight. I took a little pair of pliers and just gave them a little touch extra other than finger tight, just to be sure. There's a seal in there. These snap on. This is a little collar that you pull here. I'm not going to pull it now because it's open. You can see that collar there. They snap on. You pull the collar up, shove it down, drop the collar. That's how all those connect. Open and close. So once everything, when you start, you want everything closed, all right? Then once you've got it all connected, you think all your connections are tight and good, then you open up here, open up here. Actually, open is that direction. Open, open. Over here it's the opposite direction, but you've got arrows to tell you open, open. So, okay, what have we got here? The blue scale, if you could read it, I think you can. It says R134, so that's the outermost set of numbers. See, it's about 68 psi pressure. You can actually, the outer scale here, the black numbers seem to be pretty closely set up to the R134 numbers, but I would go by the R134 numbers. That's the kind of coolant, or refrigerant, refrigerant that's in this system. Back in the older days it was R12, and then the government banned R12 because they said it was bad for the environment. So R134 is better. And now they've even replaced R134, I believe, but this is an O2 car, so it's got R134. Oh, so back here, we've got about 67 maybe on the low, and we've got 40, 50, 60, about 70 right there. Remember, I'm reading that red scale, I'm not reading the black. 70 on the high. So that's good. It's in stasis. It's in equilibrium. Okay? Without the system running. You should have at least 45 psi to be able to properly test or diagnose the system. Anything below that, well, you probably got a really big leak in the system, and you really should fix that leak before you even try to do any of this. That's another video. You would have to put some dye in the system charge it up somehow or another and see where the dye comes out. The dye is usually visible under a special kind of a light. Okay, I started up the car. I've got the AC on. My pressures are changing, which is a good thing. Low's getting lower, high has gotten higher, but these are not within a good range. I can hear the AC compressor turning on and off, but it should not turn on and off too fast. That's called fast cycling. It means there's not enough refrigerant in the system for it to operate properly. Now this, I'm not going to go into a really detailed explanation on what the correct pressures should be. It's very complicated. It has to do with the humidity, the air temperature, the kind of refrigerant, a lot of different things. Anyway, right now this is low on both. You know, the low pressure is a little too low, the high pressure is too low. So my suspicion is that I'm low on refrigerant, so I'm going to add some. Alright, my compressor is cycling now. I want to show you this. This is kind of interesting. Low pressure is going from about 60 to 75-ish. High pressure is going from 75 to maybe 85 or so. It's short cycling, means the compressor keeps coming on, trying to get the high pressure up high. So I wanted to show you this because it's important, it's interesting to the video. Now I'll go and add some refrigerant. Okay, Froggy's kind of stuck right now. I added a small can of refrigerant, which is about 12 ounces weight, 340 grams, and it's still blowing warm air. So I'm going to document this as best I can, and I'm going to put it up onto a forum where I have some tech friends who might be able to help out. So this is first thing is this is the static pressure on the system. So we're looking at about 45 psi both on the low and the high side. 45 psi on the low and the high side. Now I'm going to turn the system on. I'll let it stabilize for a little bit, then I'll shoot you the active or the running pressures. This is a 2002 Suburban, about 115,000 miles on it. AC is all stock. Nothing's ever been done to it except maybe a little refrigerant was added about 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, now we're running for a few minutes, and the low pressure is about cycles from 42 down to, hold on, about 18 to 42, and the high pressure from 50 to about 75 or 80, 50 to 75 or 80. You can hear the AC the compressor is running. It's running, a little bit too much. It keeps trying. It's about a 75-degree day, low humidity, and what else can I tell you? This hose is cool. Ambient temperature there, cool there. ambient temperature there. That's about it. This does have rear AC. As I said, I put one small can in and then I stopped because it didn't seem to be helping anything. The compressor seemed to be off for a little bit longer this time. That may or may not be interesting, but that high pressure is way too low. It should be over 150 as I understand it, if I'm correct in my limited understanding of how automotive AC systems work. Let me go show you the dash. So AC is on, fan is on, warm air there. I've got it set to vents. Warm air here. Does not seem to be any problem with switching the doors around, the blend door or any of those positions of the HVAC positions. So that's about it. If anybody can help me out, please post it up there. One more thing. This is either the evaporator or the condenser. I apologize. I always get those two mixed up. It's dirty, but it's not totally clogged. It's not like I went through a mud hole or anything and got it really clogged up. It's what I would call normal for a 110,000-15,000 mile car. So yeah, it could stand to be cleaned a little bit, but no, I don't think this being clogged up is the issue. Okay, thank you very much. Last shot up here. The compressor has been off for quite a while now. I'm surprised. And those are my readings. High pressure is under 50, low pressure under 40.